Hey there, family. It's Rachel. Welcome back. We are continuing our journey through the book of Psalms together. And today we are reading Psalm 49, which really challenges us to think beyond the wealth and the fame and power and social media platforms and status and focus on eternity. So it helps us to ask ourselves the question of what truly matters when life ends. Let's dive into Psalm 49 together. Listen to this, all you people. Pay attention, everyone in the world. High and low, rich and poor, listen, for my words are wise and my thoughts are filled with insight. I listen carefully to many proverbs and solve riddles with inspiration from a harp. Why should I fear when trouble comes, when enemies surround me? They trust in their wealth and boast of great riches, yet they cannot redeem themselves from death by paying a ransom to God. Redemption does not come so easily, for no one can ever pay enough to live forever and never see the grave. Those who are wise must finally die, just like the foolish and senseless, leaving all their wealth behind. The grave is their eternal home, where they will stay forever. They may name their estates after themselves, but their fame will not last. They will die, just like animals. This is the fate of fools, though they are remembered as being wise. Like sheep, they are led to the grave, where death will be their shepherd. In the morning, the godly will rule over them. Their bodies will rot in the grave, far from their grand estate. But as for me, God will redeem my life. He will snatch me from the power of the grave. So don't be dismayed when the wicked grow rich and their homes become even more splendid. For when they die, they take nothing with them. Their wealth will not follow them into the grave. In this life, they consider themselves fortunate and they are applauded for their success. But they will die like all before them and never again see the light of day. People who boast of their wealth don't understand they will die just like animals. This psalm points us back to the reality of why it is so important to live a blameless life of integrity before the Lord, because he sees all and he knows all, and we cannot buy ourselves into heaven. It doesn't matter what our social status is, if we are an influencer on this platform or that platform. What matters is that we are living a life of integrity that honors God and that obeys his commands. He says, if you love me, you will keep my commands. That is what is required of us, for us to experience God in a deeper way. And most importantly, for our eternity to be determined, because it is determined by what we do today and right now. So let's look at Psalm 49 in light of the big picture of scripture. This is a wisdom psalm that speaks to all people in all generations, regardless of any status that you are in. The tone is more of a sobering and a reflective tone that's urging us to find our worth not in riches, but in redemption. And when we look at the theological tone as a whole, it's really grounded in wisdom and eschatology, which is end time perspective, what's happening in the end. And then ultimately, when we think of where this fits in the big picture of the Bible as a whole, it's speaking to both the rich and the poor. This psalm is really tackling death and wealth and redemption. So if we take a look at verse 15, it's basically saying that God will redeem us from the realm of death, but it points ahead to resurrection hope, which is fulfilled in Jesus when we look at 1 Corinthians 15, 54 through 57. And it affirms that only God, not gold, not silver, not wealth, not Bitcoin, none of that stuff, can secure our eternity. It is Christ and Christ alone. Verse 15 itself is the key verse here. But as for me, God will redeem my life. He will snatch me from the power of the grave. Everything else fades, but redemption in Christ is forever. And we are working toward an eternity where we hear, well done, thy good and faithful servant. All right, y'all. So let's go ahead and talk about this in the comments. What are you holding on to that won't last forever? When you sit down and you think about it, like, you know what, I'm making a big deal out of this, but this is not going to last forever. Let me not get so uptight about this. Let me hold this with open hands. We are always to choose eternity over the temporal. So let's talk about in the comments what it is that you need to let go of. Okay, y'all. So let's finish strong with the journal. If you need to catch up on anything, go back and reread, finish journaling, finish strong with Your Summer in the Psalms journal, and then stay rooted in the Bible plan. Go back and catch up. Make sure you check it off, and then rewatch any of the videos that you might have missed. As always, everything that you need can be found at wordandseed.com or by clicking the link in the description. And remember, time with God is time you will never regret spending. I will see you in Psalm chapter 50.